What up? Alright guys, we're going to check chapters 9 through 11 in the Iliad. Get excited, because it's dramatic. Alright, so the first thing is vocab. Now at this point, guys, I feel like you know how to do that vocab, right? You find words that you don't know and you find synonyms. So instead of me going over ones that you may or may not have done, I'm going to ask you to pause this right now. Did you do it? Pause this right now, and I need you to go through and make sure, do I have synonyms, actual synonyms for the different words? First of all, do I have all the words? And then second of all, synonyms for words that I don't know. Okay, so pause this right now and do that. I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so once you have done that, hopefully you paused it, let's go through and talk about what happens in chapters 9 through 12, okay? So chapter 9 is called burials, right? So here, let's move me up here. Whoop, there I am. The Greeks propose a truce so they could collect all the dead and give them proper burials, right? Super fun bedtime story. And the Trojans accept the offer of a truce. The Trojans propose to end the war by returning all the treasures Paris took from Sparta, but not Helen. So again, Helen is still like causing all of this drama, all the war. She is still the one that everybody's kind of after. And so they're making some progress, but not really, right? Okay. And then number 2 down here, the Greeks refuse the Trojans' proposal of returning the wealth, and because of this, Zeus was restless. So we see those gods kind of trying to interfere, having a lot to do or say, I guess, within what's going on in the war. Okay? Next, to battle again, chapter 10. Zeus demanded that no god or goddess shall interfere in the war. The war continues, right? So if we know anything about Greek mythology or anything about the story thus far, we know that they probably aren't going to listen. So let's see what happens next. Chapter 11, Zeus's message. So Hera and Athena begged Zeus to give the Greeks a chance. Zeus sent a message to Hector, Zeus sent a message that Hector will harass the enemies until Achilles fights. So even though Zeus is like, don't interfere, he's starting to interfere, right? Okay, so set some good groundwork for some tension and drama that will be coming up next. Okay, let's talk about that figurative language. So here, you guys had 4 different ones you were looking for. So let's start with hyperbole. Remember, that's an extreme exaggeration. So here, the never-ending warning. I think it ended, right? Like, that's an exaggeration of that warning. It did end at some point, so that's a hyperbole. Okay. Next we had simile, as if earth itself was an animal crying out. Again, that's comparing the earth to an animal using as. Okay. Personification. So here this word chasm is what we're looking at. So it's called the deepest yawning chasm. Chasm would be kind of like a valley or like a kind of a break in the ground almost. And so if it's saying that it yawned, that gives it a human-like quality, right? And then metaphor, this talks about when Athena finds her tongue. It's kind of comparing her to what like something with that kind of quality would be. So that one is a little bit trickier, but if you want to look at your book on page 73, you'll see it there. It's kind of saying that she is that thing. Okay? Alright, so guys, that is chapters 9 through 11. Hopefully you got a lot out of that, and we'll see what happens next.